Hello everyone and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we are going way back in time. And the reason why I say that is because we're checking out a game called Binary Domain. Now, this is a very old game. If you've seen the logo, then you already know that this originally came out on the Xbox 360. Now, why am I going through this game? It's such an old game. In fact, it released way back, I think, in 2012. Let me just check that up. Yep, it released on the PlayStation 3 and on the Xbox 360 in Feb of 2012. And it also came out on PC in the month of April in the same year, 2012, that is. So Binary Domain, well, first of all, there's a sale going on and you can get it at a steal deal. So I also purchased this on that backwards compatibility sale that is currently going on your Xbox. So do get this game. It's actually a great game. Now, I'm doing a series on old games with a new feel. So that's the series that I'm currently doing. And what I'm trying to do in this series is I'm trying to play old games from Xbox 360 or the original Xbox. And I'm trying to play them on my Xbox Series S, just to give you a feel as to how it actually plays on the current gen console. Also, this particular game, well, it comes along with the FPS Boost, meaning you can expect a silky smooth 60 FPS. So that's what I mean by old game, new feel. So I'm going to be covering specifically those games which actually have an FPS boost on the Series S and X. I don't have an X, so I can only try them out on my Series S. So this game, just to give you a little bit of information about the game, in case you haven't heard of it, well, this is a third-person shooter. It's an action-adventure game, and it was created or developed by Ryu Ga Gotoku Studio. I hope I'm not butchering that name. And it was published by Sega, as you could see in the opening scene as well. And like I said, it was released on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and also on the PC. Now, the setting or the backdrop of this game, it's set in Tokyo, Japan. Welcome to Japan, brother. And this is in the future. So it's set in the year 2080. And what it features is AI, like artificial intelligence. And there's a lot of AI in this game. And that is basically the backbone of the story, as you would notice as we move forward. Now, this game had a unique feature, and it was quite unique back then, and even today, it's quite unique. And that was the ability to speak into your microphone. So if you had a Kinect or if you had a mic connected to the game, then you could speak into the microphone and then give your co-op player, in this case, it's a computer. So you could give your co-op player commands using your microphone, and it would follow commands like, go ahead and, attack kind of a thing, and even respond to some of the comments that your co-op player is doing. And in this case, it's just a bot. Now, let me give you a story backdrop as well, apart from the artificial intelligence that I spoke about. Now, it's set in a world where global warming, that's caused like this worldwide flooding. So in the opening scenes, you see a lot of rain, you see a lot of water, and the world is uninhabitable, given that there's so much of water around. Talk about the Noah's Ark sort of a scenario. So what has happened as a result is that robots, they started using robots as a main labor force. But what the game features is these robots kind of going rogue. That's the kind of scenario that you have in this game as far as the plot goes. So what you have in the plot is that the governments of the world, especially the US government in this case, they have built cities to kind of counter the environment. So these new cities, they're above the waterline. And you have a lot of robots as the labor force. So there's this one company called Bergen, I think I'm getting that right. And this particular company it controlled a very large majority of the world's robotic industries. And it also made America very powerful because you are an American soldier. And what has happened is a Japanese corporation named Amada is trying to, or has tried to sue Bergen for stealing their technology in a patent dispute. And despite the fact that Amada, the Japanese company that is, they were the first robotics company to create a humanoid robot, the lawsuit failed. And that was because, hey, Bergen had a lot of influence, a lot of money, a lot of power. And that led to Bergen controlling 95% of the robotics market. So this, I know this is kind of spoiler territory as well, but I'm kind of giving you a backdrop of the story, the plot as to how it flows. And in terms of the gameplay, by the way, now as your main character, you can, well, roam around in this third-person shooter kind of an environment. And you have your squad members as well, which I think, will change over a period of time. Right now, you start with one. And what's interesting is, you remember how I spoke about the voice commands? So this game even has a consequence system. And that consequence system basically decides how your squad members view you and how they trust you and how they even follow your orders. I'll give you an example. For instance, if your squad member, he's gone ahead and you have accidentally shot that squad member. And if you keep repeating that mistake, it's very likely that the squad member may not listen to your commands or may take a longer time to listen to your commands. It's quite interesting. It's an interesting concept. And apart from that, there is a lot of robot killing, you could say. And what's interesting is if you check the gameplay out, the robot killing, these robots don't die. It's like Terminator. If they go down, first of all, you've got to shoot them at their legs. And even when you shoot them, they don't completely get destroyed. So there's a lot of damage that they take, and the inflicted damage, you can feel that damage getting inflicted because the moment you shoot, there are scraps and, the metal parts, etc., they all come off their body, their robotic body. It gives you a very immersive feeling that, okay, you're dealing with a lot of damage. I mean, that robot is dealing with a lot of damage. And as you can see, they don't go down. It takes quite a lot of bullets to take them down, and they crawl. That's really creepy. That's creepy but nice. I mean, it's creepy in a good way, you can say. Now, there are various weapons that you will come across, and you can swap these weapons anytime. So there are assault rifles, there's the sniper rifle, there's the shotgun, there's a pistol. Pretty basic stuff. There are even grenades. So I think any shooter game, it goes without saying that you can expect this type of ammunition at your disposal. So here you've just got to press and hold RB and kind of this was pretty common in games of this time, around the 2011, 2013, 14 time, where there was this concept floating around that, okay, hold a button and then, there's like a powerful release of stuff. A few days back, I was playing this game called Infamous on my PS5. That also had a similar concept. So I think, that even went on till say about 2015, 2016. But this game looks beautiful on the Xbox Series S. And I have to tell you that the FPS boost makes a significant difference. And you can see when I'm panning the camera around, when I'm trying to shoot these enemy robots, trying to take them down, the FPS boost definitely comes handy. So it breathes new life into the game. And that's why I'm calling this series of videos that I plan to make, Old Games, New Feel. Because the FPS boost, in my personal opinion, definitely gives new life to the game. And what's insane is that this game is available on the Series S. I can play it on the Series S. It's from the 360 era. Now this game, if I wanted to play it on my PlayStation 5, it's just not possible. I can't play it, I can't get it because, hey, it's a PlayStation 3 game. And as far as backwards compatibility goes, Xbox really focuses on backwards compatibility. It allows you to have that nostalgic feel because some of these games are old, It allows you to go back in time, pick these titles up, play them in your current gen consoles, with the boosted performance. I mean, how incredible is that? It's just it's insane. And the 60 FPS boost that you receive on this, as you can see, you know, when you sprint across, when you're running around, it makes a massive difference. It kind of feels like this game was not made in 2012. In fact, it feels like a comparatively newer game. I mean, this game definitely shows its age in terms of the graphics. It's not like it's gonna blow your mind away, especially in 2022. But I would say it has held up pretty well. It's held up pretty all right. I mean, the rain, the textures, well, the textures are a little muddled, I would say, but the character design and the texture on the character, especially the suit and the light reflecting of the suit, the shadows, etc., the overall lighting, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So it's pretty good, and the FPS boost definitely enhances the overall look and feel of the game. So this game, I mean, like I was saying, so you have squad members that you play around with, and what happens is, you know, I mean, your relationship with your squad member, it affects the storyline, it affects the gameplay, and different characters or different squad members, they can have a different response to you depending on your relationship, your performance, you know, with them. And these conversations that you have with your squad members, well, they basically form a kind of a trust level. And this trust level can change the way the game ends as well. So the end of the game will change depending on the level of trust these team members, these squad members of yours have in you. So you can see the stats of the player, and you know, I mean, there are various gameplay elements as well. For instance, here you are swimming across a lot of water, and like I said, 2080, the world is flooded, so you don't want to be spotted by those drone kind of robots. So you got to play it safe here. And yeah, even the water looks kind of dated, you know. I wouldn't say the water surface, it looks great. It shows its age in certain areas, especially the water area. You can say that this game is old. But what's new is the way it performs, because instead of a 30 FPS, which this game was originally playing at, now you have this amazing 60 FPS. So this is brilliant. So there's a variety, I mean, of stuff that you can do. So it's running, sprinting, shooting, then swimming. You can even pick up a very heavy machine gun kind of a thing, like John Rambo, and kind of shoot around heavy enemies or bigger enemies. So a lot that you can do here. And this game also had, I believe, some multiplayer options. Although, you know, I'm not big on multiplayer. If you follow my channel, you know that I'm not into online gaming. Surprisingly, for a gaming channel, or, you know, person who makes gaming videos, I actually kind of enjoy single player experiences. And that's why, if you have noticed, I specifically enjoy Sony exclusives, because their exclusives are geared more towards that single player campaign experience. Most of them, like Uncharted, God of War, or The Horizon, Zero Dawn. So all those games, it give you a fantabulous single player story campaign experience. And Xbox, on the other hand, I think is great for multiplayer. Although, you know, I haven't played online, but I think it gives more flexibility, and it's more seamless, you could say, when it comes to playing online. And even in terms of recording the videos, you know, I mean, I'm recording this footage on the Xbox Series S, and if I really have to record those long videos, and I'm not using a capture device at all, so if I have to record a long video, I prefer the Xbox Series S, because it's so much easier to record on my Xbox Series S than on my PlayStation 5. Now, in case you're wondering, hey, recording is easy on the PlayStation 5 as well. Yep, I agree, but it stores it in a WebM format, and that's the nightmare bit. because you have to take that WebM format and then you have to convert it to MP4 or .mov. And that conversion, depending on the computer that you have, might take extra time. So from the footage perspective, I definitely prefer Xbox Series S over my PlayStation 5. So if I'm recording these 30 minutes, 40 minutes videos, Xbox is my go-to console. Because otherwise, I mean, the file size is too large on my PS5, and when I convert it finally, oh my God, it's gonna take a long time. So I'm sure you've seen by now as to how smoothly this game flows. I mean, in terms of the gameplay, it's pretty straightforward, and I kind of like the straightforwardness of these older games, especially these old shooters. This is the same time, that we had games like Gears, we had games like Mass Effect, and those were simpler times. And I would say there was more gameplay than there were cutscenes. Also because the cutscenes are more immersive now. The in-game cutscenes are more immersive. Back then, it was more of pre-rendered cutscenes than in-game cutscenes. So I understand, why they kind of, went with this approach of having more gameplay and then less cutscenes. So here you could see, that I chose a command. So the command was to charge. So your squad member, your team member will then go ahead and charge. And will do the heavy lifting for you. So that's kind of nice, isn't it? And similarly, as you move forward, now I'm just asking the person to regroup the team member. So the bot will now come back. So this is quite a good concept. In fact, I'm not sure if I came across any other game with this concept. So it was kind of novel when it came out. And right now I was using a controller. So when you're using a controller, you've got to press the LB on your Xbox. But hey, if you had a mic, if you've played this on the Xbox 360, then you could even give voice commands, which would have really been cool. Now, I'm not using voice commands in this game. I'm going with the controller options, and I can choose the commands that I wish to give my squad member or team member. So yeah, as you can see, when you shoot these robots, the damage, those shrapnels coming out, enemy robots exploding, it's a satisfying experience, you can say. And Binary Domain, this is a great game, by the way. I kind of enjoyed the 20 minutes. The story is also quite nice because the story gets very interesting. I'm not telling the interesting bit of the story because in case you haven't played, I've already given out a lot, by the way, but I haven't given out the twist. And the reason why I haven't done it is because I want you to experience this game. I would recommend this. This is quite nice. And it had a very good story backdrop. And it's interesting to have a good and an interesting story backdrop because it gives you motivation, it encourages you, and it's an incentive for you to move forward in the game. Otherwise, hey, it's just another shooter. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts and your comments as well as to what you feel about this gameplay. And if you want me to make more videos like this on old games with a new feel with this FPS boost, I would love to, because the Xbox Series S is fantabulous. It's fantastic. I use that word fantabulous quite a lot because, man, it's fabulous and fantastic. So my Xbox Series S, my cute little device, well, I love my Xbox Series S. And again, I'm no fanboy. I love both my consoles. In fact, all my three consoles, PS4 Pro, PS5, and my Xbox Series S. But if you want me to make more videos like this, so do let me know in the comment section. I'd be very happy to make them. By the way, you do have an option of shopping as well. And here, through these consoles, you can even upgrade your character and you can upgrade your gear and even shop for stuff. So quite a lot of things that you can actually do in this game, and it gives you that variety. There's a variety of weapons, there's a variety of grenades, there are health kits, etc. And there are moves as well, like you can increase the firepower of your character's gun and even your squad mate's gun. So quite a lot that you can do. And I enjoyed my time with this game, and I would highly recommend this, especially because there's also a sale going on right now, where there is a backwards compatibility sale. So I would recommend that you pick this up because it's not very expensive. It's inexpensive. And at that price, I think it's definitely worth a visit. It's worth a play. It's worth your time. And I will recommend this game. So I had fun with this, and I hope you do as well. Again, if you want me to make more such videos where you have games with FPS Boost on the Series S, do let me know in the comment section. I would love to continue with this series, which I call Old Game, New Feel. And hey, I make videos like this on my channel, and I post them as much as I can, even with my a busy, I mean, business schedule. I run a business as well, so that takes a lot of my time. So I try to put out these videos as much as I can. So I would appreciate your love and support if you can share this with your friends, your family members, and also hit that like and subscribe button if you like this kind of content. And if you want to get notified with all my latest videos, well, you know what to do. Hit that bell icon as well. And like, subscribe, hitting the bell icon, it's all free. So it's not going to cost you any money. And in the process, you'd be supporting me and my channel as well. And I greatly appreciate your love and support in advance. Well, I would say that's it for this video, folks. I really enjoyed this game. And I hope you do as well. I know I sound like a broken record because I do want you to experience this game. I think it offers something quite nice, even in these times, with the latest gen consoles, the Series S and the PlayStation 5. And it's not available on the PlayStation 5. It's not even available on the PlayStation 4. So that's why sometimes, not sometimes, in fact, a lot of times, I end up playing on my Xbox Series S, and I love my Xbox Series S for that. And hey, if you've seen the news, they've even acquired Activision and Blizzard. So some great games are coming to Game Pass as well. Unfortunately, this is not on Game Pass, but fortunately, this is on a sale right now. So do check it out, do pick it up. And yeah, I guess it's a wrap for this video, folks. I will see you lovely people in my next video. And until that time, I'd say take care, stay safe, happy gaming, and may God bless you all.
Don't dare leave some for the rest of us, huh? We got the bonus situation to think about. Hey, don't mean I want to do all the work. Shit, a dead end? Ain't there some way we can get past here?